When it comes to your leadership style, I'm curious about that because one of the things that we always ask CEOs is like, how do you manage and navigate the modern, building a tech company? Because right now you're in every tech company is experiencing the same thing right now, which is increased customer demand, right? Customers want more and more. There's going to be more choice for employees because we all hear about companies, people leaving. So compensation can't just be the only thing. We can't. Doesn't exist where you can just be like, hey, I need you to do this. I want to pay you this much money. You're going to get it done. How would you describe your leadership style? And also, I'd love to understand, like, does your background in academics influence your leadership style?
I am very much an academic in the way that I lead my team, in the sense that in academia, you're supposed to be an expert, and the respect of the people that work with you come out of the fact that you provide value to them, right? And that value comes from expertise. And so, I really try to understand deeply everything that my product teams and my marketing teams in a lot of ways and business teams do. Not just on a high level, but really understand the details of that, because I think that if I don't understand the details of it, then I have no place in that discussion and making a decision based on something that I don't understand deeply myself. So that's certainly one thing that I think separates me from a lot of people that I've spoken with. And really that's part of my leadership style. The other one is I really value data over expertise. And so that creates a very meritocratic culture. I think meritocratic culture in the sense that, you can create a hypothesis or have any opinion that you want, and it doesn't matter whether you're a junior developer or whether you're a COO or whatever it is, but unless you can argument why we should be spending resources in trying that hypothesis, what the goals are from actually testing that, and how you're going to test it, we're not actually going to be doing this. And so that creates this culture of like, we do things in very different ways than other people do it. And sometimes it takes longer for us to get to the right answer because we get to it ourselves rather than, take it for granted that it was the right answer. But on the other hand, that allows us to be able to scale it much more because we know why the right answer is the right answer. And so we can double down on it. And so we can continuously sort of expand on the success that we've achieved ourselves. And I think that also is very different from what a lot of other tech leaders do. And I think from a recruiting perspective, we do things that are very different on one hand and on the other hand. And so we attract people who are entrepreneurial themselves, who are not afraid of challenges, and who really are responsible for what it is that they do, and who have a lot of autonomy in being able to actually accomplish things in their own way. And I think that makes it very different from a lot of the other tech companies, which is much more top-down in the sense that here's the right answer. This is what we're going to. Doesn't matter whether you agree with this or not. And, this is what we're going to do. Go out and do it, So we have a very flat, autonomous, team-based structure where each team is really responsible for their part of the business. And I don't get involved unless I really understand, what it is that I'm talking about.
Hey, thanks for watching. This segment is brought to us by Salesforce Platform. Visit salesforce.com/newsletter to discover timely insights and useful tips tailored to your role. Subscribe to this channel and get more great IT and tech interviews with top industry leaders.